Hey everyone, it's me, Arthur Kade, the stunning Priyanka Chopra. What a year it's been for you so far.
Exciting.
It's great. First, let's talk about this movie. What drew you to this movie?
Bajirao Mastani is a Hindi film which is releasing on 18th December, and it's a story in history about a really amazing warrior called Bajirao and his second wife, Mastani, which was a very forbidden tale. I play the first wife, obviously. Obviously, the third wheel. That's terrible, terrible. But it was a really emotional, heartbreaking part, and I think that's something I haven't done before. I've played such badass characters. That's playing a fragile girl who has no control of her life was interesting for me.
Your journey is so inspirational. When you look at going from east to west and the transition that you've made, and the success you're now having, Quantico, which I'm going to talk to you about as well, looking at that journey, does it blow your mind?
A little bit. A little bit. But I've now come to the conclusion after being in show business for 15 years that I'm the other favorite Destiny's child, besides Beyonce. Destiny has plans for me, and I just go where it takes me. I've so far successfully been able to manage two continents and two active careers in two continents. So I'm like that all the time, the hands of justice. But I'm working it out. So far it's going good.
I was watching such an incredible documentary, India's Daughter, really powerful documentary, and the fight for women's rights in India. And I look at you and I'm like, wow, this is such an incredible role model for females, not only in India, but also globally. Talk to me about having that responsibility, having that privilege to inspire others.
I recognize that privilege that you talk about, like when I was very young, actually. When I won Miss World and when my movies started happening initially, I was so young, I didn't really have an understanding of the world, but I very quickly understood how privileged I was that I had parents that gave me the ability to think and the ability to form my own opinions and to go wherever I wanted to go. Or, women for eons around the world have been told how to be, what to wear, what should they say, what is the right way of being. And my dad just told me fly. And that was my privilege. And I think that it's really up to parents and, my generation, which will be parents to another generation, to make sure that, you give your daughters and your sons the same ability to think and fly and make judgments and give them it's a reflection of your upbringing, and I think that's a responsibility which now I will, if I ever be a parent, take seriously.
Another responsibility you have is carrying one of the hottest shows on TV. Quantico,
Yeah.
congratulations. Alex Parrish, you'd mentioned kick-ass characters. She
Yeah,
is a
there you
kick-ass
go.
character. Talk to me about getting to play Alex and the success of Quantico.
It was so fun. I mean, that blows my mind. So Kelly Lee, who is the VP of casting for ABC, came to India to meet me while I was filming another Indian movie to talk to me about doing a holding deal with ABC. And I was like, TV, it's such a long commitment. I don't know, I've never done TV. That too in another country, like 16-hour flight. I don't know. So she spoke to me about a day and for an entire day, and she said, just come to LA, read the scripts and see how you feel. So I was like, all right, that's not a problem. So I came for a month, pilot season. I chose three. Um, One of my first auditions in my life. So I was scared out of my mind. They didn't know me, I didn't know them. I walked into Quantico and Josh Safran and Nick Pepper and everyone sitting there, did my scene. I remember before I went in there, I talked to myself in the bathroom saying, what? You carry the biggest movies in the world. You're a movie star in India, which is 1/5 of the world's population. You can't do an audition? What's wrong with you? You got this. And I had this whole pep talk with me, and I went in, and I got that, and then there was another show which I liked, which also came to me, which eventually didn't get picked up. But Quantico was my first choice. Alex was never written for an Indian girl, and now obviously the writers have owned my ethnicity and made that a part of Alex. But I think that blew my mind, that I just came here, read a script, liked it, auditioned, it happened, it got picked up. We got picked up for 13, now we're doing 19, now we're doing 22, and it's, the ratings are doubling every weekend. It's like that's blowing my mind a little bit.
Movies versus TV. What's the difference for you?
Yeah, no one sent me that memo that they do like 9 scenes a day for 16
Dude, it's
hours. What do you
brutal.
guys
It's
do?
brutal, dude.
I have so much newfound respect for TV artists. I did not know that. I was so used to doing 2 scenes in a day. We're a little bit languid in the features. And this is like, it was the Roadrunner. It ran over me. And I was like, what is that? It took me a couple of episodes to sort of get my breath back.
You're India's biggest star. You're South Asia's biggest star. Now you're becoming one of America's biggest stars. What's that been like for you, that onslaught of fame here?
I've known how to be in the spotlight since I was 17. I don't know any other life. I don't know what it is to not be known. That's weird for me. That's what I'm saying. I mean, I come from a country that's hugely populated. Our movies have a demographic all over the world. We premiere in Germany, in Canada, in America, in UK. So I'm recognized wherever I go. I've never known what it's like to not be known. So, this is also, that's not the hard part for me. What is the hard part for me is, coming to America and have people discover who I am. I'm not American. I'm Indian. I'm from another country completely. I'm not even American Indian. Let's not confuse it. But I love the fact that I've been embraced so much in this country. And, American people who love the show have just embraced me for who I am, for being Indian, for loving food, and for not being always on a diet, for having my flaws, for laughing a little extra, for having an accent, and all of those things. I've got so much love and affection from America that it feels, it's heartwarming. It's really great.
This morning I had the pleasure of speaking to some incredible actresses, Blythe Danner, Patricia Clarkson. I mean, veterans who have been doing this so well for so long. Are there actresses you look up to that you say, I want to mold my career? Not necessarily mold it, but I see examples of what they've done, and I want to bring that to my own career.
When my entire career, even when I started when I was so young, I didn't ever want to be a Me Too. I never wanted to emulate people. I have always picked qualities that I like in different women that I would want to incorporate. I don't want anyone's life. I don't want anyone's career. I want my own. I want to make my mistakes. I want to walk my path, which may be wrong, may be right, but it's mine. I want to stamp it. I want to own it. And I don't want to share it with anyone. I don't like sharing.
I agree. I know.
So I admire a lot of actresses. Of course I do. I mean, I'm loving Jamie Lee Curtis in Scream Queens right now. I love Ellen Pompeo, Kerry Washington. I love Viola Davis. I think Taraji is amazing. I mean, there are so many amazing characters on TV right now. I love Angelina Jolie. I love the way she lives her life on her own terms. And, I think that there are so many incredible women over the years, Audrey Hepburn, another one that I love, that I want to emulate parts of, but eventually I still want to be me.
You're awesome. Congratulations on all of your success. You're freaking awesome.
Yay!
So